With the release of Black Ops 6 only 3 months away, there have been a lot of discussions about the perk system that's going to be introduced in that game. Is it going to be similar to Cold War, where there's just no perk limit and you could buy whatever you want? Is it going to be something more like Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, where there is a hard perk limit, and you're forced to choose which perks you think would be best for your setup? Or will it be something different, like Black Ops 4, or something we've never seen before? In this video, I wanted to do a little bit of a retrospective, and talk about why I believe the system from Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 actually was much better than most people realize. Many people believe that the system from the earlier games is flawed. Because there's a cap of only 4 perks, most people default to the same 4 perks on every map on every game. Oftentimes, Jug, Speed Cola, Double Tap, and Quick Revive. However, there are 2 big flaws with the people who make the argument that because of the limit, everyone's going to run the exact same perks. First of all, anyone who actually plays high rounds or actually speedruns Easter eggs is not running the same perks on every map. That's just plain wrong. A lot of casual players do run the same perks on every map, but I would argue that it is to their detriment that they don't switch up their perks every once in a while. The second point, and the more important point, is there actually really never was a perk limit on any of those old games. Now, I know what you're saying, the game only lets you buy 4 perks. But hear me out. This is a bit of an unpopular take, but there never was a perk limit in the first place. Almost every single map that has been released from World at War all the way through Black Ops 3 has a way for you to get all of the perks in-game. And what I like about that system a lot is that you are forced to choose which 4 perks you're going to start with, but by completing challenges in-game, you can actually earn all of the perks. This rewards players for not going down, and it rewards players for being creative and finding ways to get extra perks. And on the contrary, when players do go down, it puts them at a disadvantage, which I think is a really good part of the game's design. You have to wait a while to be able to earn the perks back, and for a while you're stuck with 4 perks. This system actually punishes players for going down by forcing them to run with 4 perks for a while until they can earn them back, which I think is a really actually well-designed part of the game. It rewards the best players who don't go down by letting them have the most buffs. Now right now, some of you might not believe me when I say that every map, almost, allows you to get all of the perks. Well, let me list them out for you. Starting with Ascension, the monkeys allow you to get all 6 or all 8 perks on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3. See my previous video for a tutorial on how to do that easily. On Call the Dead, killing George will grant you an extra perk. You can do this over and over again until you have all of them. On Shangri-La, killing the monkeys after they grab a max ammo has a chance to give you a free perk. This is actually quite easy to replicate. And on Moon, QEDs are able to give you free perks, both in the form of a free perk power-up, and by throwing it at a machine and having it grant you that perk. Granted, this one is quite rare, but there have been games where players have gotten all of the perks. Moving into Black Ops 2, Transit and Town let you get all the perks by using the Tombstone exploit, at least on co-op only. Die Rise lets you get extra perks by killing the jumping jacks with perfect accuracy. Buried lets you get extra perks by going through the witch's house every 5 rounds. And Origins lets you get extra perks through the empty perk slots. So far, there have only been a couple of maps that I skipped. The first is Mob of the Dead, which unfortunately only caps you at 4 perks. However, since there are only 5 perks available to you, it's really not that hard of a decision. The other maps are Kino, 5, and the World at War maps on Black Ops 1. And the reason is, all 4 of those maps were only supposed to have 4 perks. Mule Kick got added much later in development, meaning they didn't actually implement a way for you to get 5 perks. That being said, there is a clear last place perk that people tend to avoid on those maps, so it's not a big deal. Moving into Black Ops 3 though, obviously the biggest change is gobblegums. Gobblegums make it so that every single map you can get all the perks easily. However, did you know that every map allows you to get all the perks without the use of gobblegums? On Shadows of Evil, you can get a free Mega Gobblegum without having any Mega Gobblegums equipped by doing the Easter egg. although there is only a small chance that this actually ends up giving you any perks. On the Giant, you can get perks by teleporting and getting lucky that you get a perk drop. On Derizen, you are awarded all perks instantly when you complete the Easter egg. Same is true for Zetsubou and Gorod Krovi. Additionally, on Zetsubou, you can get empty perk slots from the challenges as well as from the blue KT4 upgraded plants. On Revelations, you can't get all 9 perks on solo without gobblegums, but with 4 players, you can have all 4 players do the wall run and grab the free perk from the challenges, which will give every player 9 perks. And now we have to get into our other problem, Zombies Chronicles. On Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, and Origins, it is very easy to get all the perks. However, for some reason, on the older maps, they decided to add Wonder Fizz and make every single map have 8 perks, even the ones that didn't originally. And what they failed to do was they failed to put in a way other than gobblegums to get all of those perks. Frankly, in my opinion, extra perks should never have been added to all of those remade maps. But at least the gobblegums still give you that option to be able to get all the perks. The point is, all the maps on Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, with the sole exception being Mob of the Dead and any remastered maps that gained extra perks, have ways to obtain all the perks. Granted, some of this is a little bit flawed. Sometimes perks can only be obtained once, and if you go down, you can't get more. Some free perks are extremely easy to get, while others are entirely RNG dependent. Well, which maps did free perks best? Honestly, I believe the answer is Die Rise and Buried. Die Rise and Buried make it incredibly easy to get all the perks available on the map. The caveat being, if you go down and lose your perks, you have to only buy 4 for a little while, but then every 5 rounds you can go to the Witches, or every 4 to 5 rounds you get Jumping Jacks, and it makes it very easy to get all the perks back by just waiting. It still keeps that system of rewarding players for not going down, but also makes it very easy to be able to obtain all the perks, so it doesn't feel like there's a limit. However, there is one more system that I didn't mention yet, that I actually really think should be the thing to come back in Black Ops 6. I'm not saying that having no perk limit is necessarily a bad thing, but on Cold War, being able to go up to the Wonder Fizz and buy all the perks instantly really ruins a lot of the fun and the challenge of actually going down and having to recover. There's 2 maps that did something a little bit different as far as getting all the perks that I wanted to point out. The first one being the Giant. On the Giant, there are 5 perks available for you to purchase from the start. But if you take a monkey and throw it into all 3 of the teleporters, then teleport, you'll actually unlock a secret 6th perk, which is either Stamina Up or Deadshot. This is an example of a small challenge that you can do that allows you to unlock the ability to buy extra perks. The other map with this distinction is Zetsubou. On Zetsubou, you can fight the spider boss, which eventually, after you kill it, will allow you to unlock Widow's Wine. Widow's Wine is not available to you until you fight the spider boss. Point being, when Black Ops 6 comes around, I really hope that there is some sort of boss fight or secret challenge that you have to do in order to be able to buy all the perks. I truly believe that implementing one of these 2 systems, either having a cap of 4 but having a challenge as easy as Die Rise and Buried to get more perks, or by not having a perk limit at all, but instead restricting some of the locations of perks behind secret boss fights, or quest steps, or Easter eggs, etc. Point is, I don't want every perk to be instantly available to everyone to purchase always. I would much rather it be something that you have to earn, and something that is rewarded by surviving longer. Anyway, those are my thoughts of what I hope the perk system will be in Black Ops 6. With the game right around the corner, I'm sure we're going to be finding out a lot more information as time goes on, so I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd really love to know what you guys think the best perk system was. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe. I have a lot more content coming very soon, especially some great tutorials like my last one. Go check that out after you're done watching this. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.